back, everybody. We are moving along, and we'll try and speed it up here, especially as we get further away. We can get away with less and less detail. So here we go, the building behind. I have a little lip there, so I'm going to indicate that by a little kind of something. And again, it's uneven. Everything's a little weathered and messed up in this environment. Sandstorms and the hot sun and whatnot. All right, so it helps to make like details like this smaller with a thinner line. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm just trying to get some like texture and make it feel like it's plaster or something, you know, on top of whatever it's made out of. Okay, so I did this little like detail thing here. Okay, trying to make it a little uneven. Maybe it's got a little bit of thickness to it. We'll add that there. But again, like everything else in this planet, it is weathered. Okay, and I'm darkening up my details in the front. All right, so you got this little like thing here, antenna-y thing, a little thing here again with no antenna-y thing. Got the dome. Okay, moving across here. Okay, and let's see if I can get this. Okay, so we got this same kind of lip here. And again, this having so much texture is making it so much easier without having to break out the ruler every time. But make sure you do, you know, give it the texture. Like if you do that, but you just make it sloppy, it's just going to look sloppy. But if you actually make your line like bumpy and give it that, you know, different feeling, it'll look intentional. Okay, I'm going to break the corner there a little bit. It looks like it got beaten up or something. Okay, antenna over here. Get the ruler out for that. Okay, I had some wires going down. I'm not crazy about the way they turned out. Maybe I just want to droop some over the side a little. I wasn't crazy about the way they were looking going down like that. All right, let's continue. All right, so want to make sure this building looks closer in the front. So lines can be thicker, darker. And as we get further away, lines will be less thick and less dark and less detail everywhere, all around. Give me that sense of scale. And that's also a form of perspective. So obviously in this we're learning 1-point perspective, but that's not the only kind of perspective. There is 1-point, 2-point, 3-point and all that stuff. There's other kinds of perspective. I'm just kind of randomly moving across. There's also atmospheric perspective, which is that the atmosphere actually, you know, comes into play. And when you get further away from something, the atmosphere, you know, just the air actually does interfere with our vision. Now, usually we don't notice it because we're looking at things close up, but we do notice it when we look across, a city or at some mountains far away, and you can see details just kind of disappear, right? And it might look smoother. You just can't see all the details. It looks like, blurry or not really blurry, but the color starts to just lose the individual details. And that's atmospheric perspective. Fog, like you really notice it when something's foggy or hazy, and you just see that detail go away and things that are further away. So that is also something that lets us insinuate distance in our pictures. Now, I don't want to add too many details. See, I started adding a little too much detail on the top of this thing here, and I'm losing my sense of atmospheric perspective. Because this building has to have less detail than this building. Oh, I'm just killing my pencils. So I can always go back and add some more detail to this, but that's not always the best idea, because you can just kind of get carried away. But limiting your detail. Maybe it's got some water, kind of drip kind of things. Not water. It doesn't rain here though, does it? So whatever. Oil. Something's dripping. And they need to take care of it because it's gross. Okay, so getting this little alcove thing here. Get my sharper pencil. So I've got like 6 pencils here that I keep trading between. So sharpen your pencil often. Because I'm sharpening 6 at a time and then pausing the video, even if you don't maybe notice it. I try to make it so it's not noticeable. And then, sharpening all my pencils. Well, I don't really pause the video. It's in editing it. I'll edit it out. Sharpen them all and then keep going. I hear water would drip, right? This is their sewer kind of thing. All right, but even this, I want to give a little texture to look to. Even a few lines like that. Make it feel in the world and beat up a little bit and weathered a little bit. Okay, some of those little cracks. And we got this little robot / Wi-Fi thing. Maybe that's like glass. Right there. Did have an antenna coming out of somewhere. Should have broken up my ruler, getting lazy. You can always add detail like I just did, to make something look better. Okay, almost got that building here. All right, so we got the inside here. That little shadow there. We got a little panel. Something sticking out of the ground there. Okay. And maybe a little thicker wire kind of coming around, going around the outside of this building. All right, a lot faster on that building, I think. Yeah. Again, as you get further away, it gets easier. Okay, so I got the back here. Oh, we got an antenna right there. Got Wi-Fi everywhere, man. This place is Equipped. Free Wi-Fi in the city. Okay. I'm going to try to keep moving across. Now, these lines I got to make really thin, because they're far away. And we don't want them to compete with the objects in front. So you may have to go thicken up some lines like I am here, just to make sure you have that difference. Just a little bit of lines there. Okay, got these little windows there. Antenna or two. I did this one with like a little antenna thing sticking out. Super Wi-Fi. And then wires going down to somewhere. All right, cool. The dome of some building back there that we can't see. And okay, this bridge. I want it to pretty much be straight. Well, an alcove-y bridge thing. But not totally straight. A little bump there. And it goes behind. Okay, again, giving a little bit of the wiggly texture lines. So it feels like it's made of plaster and Adobe and all that stuff. Okay, adding my lines going in the direction of the vanishing point, just to help feel the difference in the corner. I think that helps a lot of times. Okay, now I'm going to draw a few little plastery, cracky lines here. Okay, and I have this building back here that I can barely see. I got a little door there. And something coming out of the ground there just to insinuate detail. There's still things going on, just like there are up here. Okay, some texture on the ground. Don't want to forget that. Remember, it's got to be less as we get further away. It's smaller. And larger as we get closer. And it's okay to have like open areas like here, maybe, and then other areas that have more texture. Okay, keep going here, keep going. So again, trying to keep my lines nice and thin back here. Okay, then small little dome back there. Maybe this is a double dome building. A couple small little insinuated windows. Got little wires coming down. Okay, really far away kind of thing going on back here. But I don't want to make it look like it's coming out of this building, so I might have to adjust it a little bit, make it a little bigger. I'm just going to kind of attach it to like a silhouetted looking thing in the very far back. Okay, building here, and I'm making some adjustments here and making things a little bigger. And I'm just trying to keep it clear. I guess that's my goal here, is to make this shape not look like it goes in line with this shape or that shape, keeping things looking different, trying not to create any tangents. This one's a little closer. So you can start seeing a little detail on it. Always the antennas, little box thing. Okay, cool. Moving across this wall here. Okay, it continues, but I'll leave that for now. Okay, and again, I want these lines to go to the vanishing point a little bit. I know it's right there, so I don't have a lot of room to work with. Okay, and I got some sort of thing here. Throw some lines on it for detail. It's pretty far away though. There's something coming out of it going to the ground. Okay, and I got my corner of that building there. It's a big building actually, way far away. Okay, and that building here I think would end somewhere around there. I'll draw a little like, maybe that's a door. And maybe there's something on the ground there. Little tubey thing. Maybe a little disky looking thing with a wire or with a antenna. Oops. And so often I accidentally toss my pencil. It's kind of funny. More antennas. Some wires coming down there. Okay, we got a city back there. Something on the ground right there. I don't know what it is. All right, we're moving on to our closer up buildings. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get this guy. So now I got to kind of pick up the level of detail as I get closer in the thicker line. Okay, I got my little tent-looking thing here, and I'm just doing stuff. Like here, I'm just attaching it. Maybe it's being hung from something clipping around the roof. Trying to change up my lines here, right? So it's not as unrefined as the lines for the Adobe. I'm trying to keep these a little smoother to communicate something different. Okay, then we just have some sticks here holding this up. Maybe it's got some wrapping around it. It's sitting in the ground there. Okay, let's see here. A little bit of ground detail. Okay, and the wall continues here. Wasn't there? Oh yeah, there are wires going on this wall. Attached to the top here. And continuing along. All right, back to this building here. Maybe somebody's cooking. There's a little smoke coming out of there. All right. Big Wi-Fi antenna here. Big Wi-Fi. Let's get that ruler. That's straight edge. Okay, and then drooping here. Okay, let's see the edge of the floor here. Again, got dirt kind of blown up against it. Okay, let's see the level of detail I've got. Oh, this is my straight building, right? Yeah. Little chunk coming out there in the corner. Okay, and then I got the wall there. Then I have those panel lines there. All right, I think I had a little, I lost it, but I had a little panel thing. All right, looking at my detail over on this building. Ooh, and I forgot detail on this side. I'm trying to add some of that here. All right, to my trough. Rounded trough looking thing. Now, we may never know, like, from this drawing what this is, but, you know, coming up with reasons for things kind of helps. That's kind of the fun part, too. All right, here's a little pipe coming out of the wall here. Little panel thing. Okay, that's below the horizon line, so I would actually see a slight edge there. But it'd be so slight, doesn't matter much. Okay, let's see. All right, we're getting close to this front building. We're there. So close, we're there. All right, so thicker line here. A little more detail in it. Get the blown sand or dirt kind of caked up against there. Okay, this needs a little something. A stick in it. Why not? 2 sticks in the water trough. Mix it around. They gotta mix it around for their dewback or their bantha, whatever's feeding out of that thing. All right, what's this supposed to be? Looks like a window, and I don't want it to look like a window now that I'm looking at it because it's way out of scale. It's supposed to be grill lines or something. I don't know. So let's do just like a grill panel. Okay, so now I got to keep in mind I'm even closer than this building here. So would even need more detail. Let's add the mountains. Kind of lost the mountains in the back. Don't want it to line up with the antenna, so I'm going to move it a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'll leave my sun's pretty much just very loose. If I would paint them, I would paint over them anyways. Okay, and let's see. Let's do the ground first. Okay, so the ground, I meant the wall. I was thinking about the antennas and all that. Talking to myself, really. Which really is what I'm doing whenever I do these drawings. I'm just talking to myself. I mean, I imagine I'm talking to people listening and watching along, which you are if you're hearing this. But sometimes I just end up not saying the complete thing I was thinking about. Okay, let's see here. So I do want this to look, see the change in surface here. Hopefully that helped. Okay, and I got this control panel for the door. Just want to add some details to make it look like it's got buttons and things on it. And then we'll bring a little wire pipe slash thing down. And a shorter one, just to make things look uneven. Okay, and I'll keep this texture going across so we can see the difference. Just remember, drawing's more about communicating, and whatever it takes to communicate kind of takes priority over certain things. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there, everybody. This is going to be this is going to end up being a longer video, but let's just finish it. We're almost there. Random details. Wires would be thicker on this building because it's pretty close. Make sure they feel that way. Same with this one here. Okay, home stretch. Let's get this window. I'm sure they have shutters or something on the inside. And also want to continue my texture so I can tell about the change of directions in the planes here a little easier. And let's see, what am I missing? I'm missing the inside of my door here. Which you can't see much of because it gets very thin there. All right, last bits here. There we go. Break my pencil as normal. Here's my corner. Okay, here's my little piece of signage, and I'm going to bend it a little more there, like it got messed up. Maybe the kids in this house use it to slide down sand dunes or something. Okay, trying to put the sand up against it here. Okay, a little uneven ground here. Space knob coming out of the wall, just because. House has got to have a little space knob, right? I mean, what would you do? Which cracked the plaster, of course. And lastly, let's see, my little clippy thing here, where I've got these wires. All right, flipping this all the way around here, because my hand likes those curves more. All right. And the wires come down. They got to take better care of these wires down there. Just messy. All right. Little patches here for the texture. And we're almost there, everybody. And I'm going to add a little shadow under this thing. Just because. All right, we're down to our texture on the ground in the front. And just giving it one little glance over, see if there's anything that needs to be adjusted. But I think I'm just about there. All right, just trying to match the detail a little bit. Might have done a little more on that house. It is closer though, by a little. But I think we are ready to call this thing done. Well, you can keep going, and it's always cool to keep adding more details. Maybe writing on the walls or different things. But for the sake of this video, I think we're going to call this here. Just adding some texture lines, some last little cracks or texture lines there. But yeah, we got a little scene in Tatooine here. Well, I hope you guys had fun doing this, and hope you guys learned something, and had a fun little drawing. All right, I will see you guys on the next video, and we'll keep learning. All right, thanks for joining me.